Hi everyone, back to the Evermore YouTube channel. It's Chris back with my rant stroke thought of the day, and it's all about one of our goalkeepers. That's right, Martin Dubravka. Martin Dubravka, his agent has been talking about Martin Dubravka, his client, obviously Newcastle United's current #1 goalkeeper, thanks to the fact Nick Pope is knackered, and he's talking about his future really in terms of the contract status at Newcastle United. So I think Martin's contract expires quite soon, and his agent, is it David Zilka, has been talking about it, saying potentially that Martin Dubravka could be looking to move in the summer, depending on what his future is and what Newcastle United offer him. Interesting one, this really for me, for Martin Dubravka. And in terms of Martin as a player, Martin Dubravka has been decent for Newcastle over the years, but there's a reason, as I keep saying, there's a reason that we bought Nick Pope. There's a reason that we upgraded on the goalkeeper. Dubravka's 35 currently at the moment. As a goalkeeper, that's still quite young in terms of the goalkeeping stakes. Your goalkeepers can pay right up into kind of late 30s, maybe nearly 40s, depending on who they are. I mean, how old Scott Carson? He's about fucking 62, and I think. But yeah, so Dubravka is an interesting one because before we got Nick Pope, Dubravka was shaky, hesitant, was making errors. Internationally, I think he made some huge gaffes at major tournaments, and that made Newcastle United look and say, potentially we need a better goalkeeper. Nick Pope came in, younger goalkeeper, did a much better job than Martin Dubravka and firmly cemented himself as the #1. Now, since Pope's been knackered, during the time that Pope's been playing, Dubravka has angled for a move before. He went on loan to Manchester United. That caused a little bit of upset for some Newcastle fans when he was giving it the big licks because he was at a great big club and all that stuff. Never really played it. He played one League Cup game and maybe one European game possibly, but then he come back to Newcastle, his tail between his legs as the reserve choice goalkeeper. Now, Gillespie and Karius are both out of contract in the summer. And now Dubravka's talking about being on the move as well. Newcastle United need to do something about the goalkeepers in the summer. Now, in my opinion, I think that they are going to do that. Now, we all know in the summer we're able to go a little bit bigger. There's big money coming into the club. Funny enough, the same guy who wrote this article, Mark Douglas, for Ryan News about Dubravka, wrote the same article about Newcastle United going big and having this huge injection of cash and potentially becoming a superpower. Now, that superpower kind of a club with money to spend is probably not going to be held to ransom by Martin Dubravka, in all fairness. And David Zilka said if Dubravka has a good tournament in the Euros in Germany, that he wouldn't be surprised if Newcastle offer him a 2-year contract. Well, I would be. I don't think that's going to happen, to be brutally honest with you. I think Martin Dubravka will probably be sold in the summer because we will upgrade on a goalkeeper, possibly even a goalkeeper to take the #1 spot away from Nick Pope. And Nick Pope may find himself as a reserve goalkeeper as good as he has been. Nick Pope also has some little flaws in his game. He's not great with his feet. Again, he's looked a little bit hesitant and shaky. He's great at coming out one-on-ones way quicker than Dubravka, which makes him a better goalkeeper. But potentially Newcastle United might look to get a better goalkeeper that can use their feet and almost fill in like an Edison or Allison type goalkeeper, which seems to be the modern-day goalkeeper that everybody's looking for in the game, really. So that position is definitely going to be looked at in the summer. And I think Dubravka certainly will be one of those players that will be on his bike. And let us know what you guys think in the comments below, whether you think Dubravka should be held on, kept on. I don't see us going into next season with Nick Pope and Dubravka as our first 2 choice goalkeepers. I think it'll be Pope and somebody else. And if Dubravka stays at the club, he'll be #3. And if he doesn't want to be #3, which to be fair, he's probably too good of a goalkeeper to be a 3rd choice keeper. Those 3rd choice keepers are normally either a young kid trying to make their way in the game, or it's somebody who's probably come at the end of the career, like a Scott Carson or something like that, and then they end up being the 3rd choice goalkeeper. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Dubravka go to the club and do a good job as well. I think he is a good goalkeeper. I think you can see now he's played a few more games. That sharpness is starting to come back. His reflexes, his shot stopping is second to none. It really is. But in terms of an overall package of a modern day goalkeeper, he does lack in some areas. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Martin on his bike and then us have another goalkeeper come in. But let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Would you keep Martin on? Do you think the club will offer him a new contract if he has a good Euros? Or given the fact that he's done all right, maybe towards the end of the season while Pope's been injured, do you think that'll be enough to earn him a contract and give him peace of mind that he will get more game time at Newcastle United? We always like to hear from you. Smash a comment in, and if you can as well, subscribe if you haven't already. Recommend us to family or friends. We're closing in on 6,500. We really want to push for 7. We've got a great prize for 7,000 subs, so get us there, and then enter that prize, and you'll have a great prize draw there, or a chance to win that prize in the draw as well, which would be class. Like the video, help the channel grow. All free content, never more. But if there is a member option there, if you want to click back and then give a little bit back to the channel, help us bring you this great content. So we'll be back with some more thoughts and rants of the day. Have a belter, everyone. We'll see you later. Cheers. Bye.